Have you ever felt overwhelmed by other people's energy and wondered if you're an empath? Are you on a spiritual awakening journey? Then this video is for you. Hello, my name is Irina. Welcome to my channel. Being an empath is both a gift and a curse, especially during a spiritual awakening. Today I'll cover 3 key traits of empaths and their unique quirks and struggles. I even got a little help from AI, specifically from Grok 3 from XAI, to dig a little deeper into this topic. If you're curious about AI, I'll explain that too. Let's get started. You might wonder why I used AI for this video. Honestly, finding accurate and relevant information online is like pulling teeth these days. My other option was to go to the library, but I also wanted to know what a chatbot was. This was my first real interaction with AI after a shaky hello months ago. Spoiler, it took Grok 3 just 3 minutes to find a not so solid definition of an empath. However, this video is 100% my work, my experiences, my gnosis, and my words, with a little bit of help from my AI friend. And if you'd like to know more about AI and how AI is going to change the world as you know it, drop a comment below. So, what exactly is an empath? The term comes from the Greek word pathos, which means feeling. The Oxford English Dictionary describes an empath as a person who has an unusual strong ability to share and understand the emotions or experiences of others as their own, and as someone with the paranormal ability to perceive those emotions and experiences as their own. But here's the catch. While empathy is highly valued and actively studied within the medical field, the term empath is not recognized as a clinical construct, and there is no standardized definition of what an empath is. That's why researching this topic was so tricky, and that's why I turned to Grok 3 for help. If you're curious about empath traits, or think you might be one, keep watching. Let's dive into 3 distinctive traits of empaths and the struggles that come with them. Trait number 1, hyper-attuned to others. Empaths have a hard time setting boundaries. They're individuals who, in childhood, had an unpredictable adult in their life who presented enough of a risk to them that they had to learn to be hyper-attuned because everything they did or did not do had some implications for them and their safety. Because of this traumatic experience, they learned to pay extra attention to anything which is not okay in their surroundings. This is how an empath can easily read the room, by noting subtle cues other people miss. But this gift has a downside. It's exhausting, and empaths often struggle to set boundaries because they're so focused on other people's needs, which brings us to the second point, which is difficulty expressing needs. Empaths find it very difficult to express their own needs, especially in relationship and if they're under a lot of stress in a relationship. They often adopt a helpless child mindset, thinking, if I love you and meet your needs, you'll do the same for me without me asking. And this comes from an overdeveloped inner child energy, which can leave empaths feeling unseen, undervalued, and energetically drained. The last one is attracting challenging relationships. Yes, empaths often attract narcissistic or abusive partners. Why? Because they believe in the goodness of people, and often they are under the false presumption that the rest of the world is equally as conscious and equally as empathic, which is far from the truth. These relationships are painful, but can be a rite of passage during a spiritual awakening. Overcoming them, not by running, but by embracing your divine power, can break these karmic cycles and lead you to your growth. The spiritual awakening journey is a very lonely road. When we awaken, we naturally want to share it with everybody, especially with our loved ones. But sharing is not often received with empathy. Paradoxically, when you need the most love, you'll find yourself either alone or surrounded by professionals working in the medical field, whose help was requested by your loved ones. They want you to get back in line, be your former self, and go back to your former life in your former world. That's it. I hope this video helped you understand what it means to be an empath and how to navigate your spiritual awakening. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time.